play the video.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
The DJ Chatman Show.
The biggest, Bryson. Your future's so bright. The fly shit. It's time to take them there, baby.
Maybach music.
Yo, big billionaire. Still got the Yale flying in from on the West Coast. Keep it gangster, never singing like it's Danny Boy. All she seen was Givenchy soon as I ran up on her. Beginning what you eat, I'ma change your lifestyle. Lamborghini at Checkers, a nigga iced out. Rolling deep, so I'm tailed by the gang unit. All the gangsters show me love and they bang to it. A future bride, I wanna handle your retirement. Life insurance policy with the Pyrex. Kingpin, so it's smoother than a 1-2. Got you the same whip, I got your mom too.
What's happening, family? It's your main man, TJ Chatman. Back with another live episode, brand new, great new Tuesday.
Yes.
I'm happy.
Yeah,
I'm
you
happy
had you a little
I'm happy
this weekend?
Yeah, hey, listen, I'm refreshed, I'm recouped. Just needed that recharge in my life.
Gotcha.
And I got you here again, holding it down like you always do with a beautiful smile.
I do what I can.
Hey, that's what we do. That's what we do.
That's all you can do is what you can.
Yes, what I can.
Wow, man, we got a great lineup in the course sitting in our furniture tonight. Each and every he was almost on time today, but he done broke the sock.
I'm starting to feel like Black Tony. Okay.
Hey, comedian Loose Cannon in the building.
What's up, y'all? What's going on?
And the lovely Smilelicious. Yeah, I said it. Smilelicious. Ziggy Bailey's in the building.
Hi.
And we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna have a great time tonight, man, because we're gonna continue our discussion, because these are issues that we have to continue to talk about, because it's not a moment, it's now a movement. And with that movement, we have to keep pushing. We got to keep fighting. Change is not gonna happen overnight, but change is happening slowly but surely, more now than ever. So we just got to do our part. We got to get out and vote. We got to put the people locally in these offices to see the change that we want to see, and put those who've been fighting for change in these seats. Not somebody that's already been in the system, somebody that's trying to make a come up because of, this is a movement, let me slide on in here. Because that's what's been happening right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people are trying to take advantage of it, use it as a marketing tool or a strategy. You would say, you know what, I'm finna bank off of this right here.
They gonna ride that Black Lives Matter till the wheels fall off.
What you think about it?
Well, I mean, I feel like it's two sides to that very same line of thought as far as, a lot of things that have come out, such as people changing old images that we disapproved of, like the Aunt Jemima and the Cream of Wheat Man and so on and so forth, and these other big corporations, coming out and saying, "Oh, Black Lives Matter."
Right.
I look at it two ways. Is there? I do believe the overwhelming majority of it is genuine. All right. And I can concede that there are some that are just doing it as a fad, but I look at it two ways. We as Black people can't say things like, oh, silence is participation. And now we get people speaking out and we're like, oh, you just doing that because it's popular. But wait a minute now. We was asking for this for the longest, and now we getting it. But at the same time, I don't blame Black skepticism. Because I mean, it's deserving for Black folks to be skeptical of, because we've been wrong for so long. So I don't fault Black people for being skeptical.
I don't even think it's necessarily being skeptical. It's being smart.
Conscious.
They know that they have to support this movement because our green dollars are more important. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta. So it's not necessarily being skeptical. It's actually just being logical and being realistic. These people don't want to lose the black dollar. They don't want y'all to come burn their shit down. Those who are out there for that purpose because they're not supporting the movement. So the smart thing to do is to support it, whether it's genuine or not. That's probably the most financially smart thing to do if you are a.
Does it matter if it's genuine?
Hold on, man. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it there.
That's why I'm like, these people.
I don't disagree with you, but at the same time, a mercenary is an ally.
Yeah.
A mercenary is an ally. So what I would like to caution our beautiful Black people from doing is we got mercenary allies. We got genuine supporters. We got paid supporters.
Yeah,
but we got support, and I want to caution us from pushing away genuine support, even if it is sponsored support.
I mean, you have to decide what you want. Do you want it or not? So once you get what you want, and now you're gonna question it, take it.
Exactly.
Or give it back.
That's just
really
how I've been feeling. That's just my opinion. And I just want us to be careful. Like I say, I'm not upset. I can't fault any Black person for being skeptical or feeling like there's some ulterior motive because historically it has been.
Right. And
you can't control that.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter.
Control what
it
you
doesn't
can
matter.
control, and that is not something you can control.
We just have to take advantage of the moment right now and make sure that
Absolutely.
we're making the right moves so that Black Lives Matter actually produces something that we can
benefit from.
You know what I mean? That we can benefit from. We cannot drop the ball.
Yes.
And here's the thing with that though, because you're right. A lot of Black folks are being skeptical about it because it's kind of like what makes this movement.
Oh, now why? Just 4 years ago, it was all lives matter, but now everybody out here.
That's because we out here showing. We out here really stepping. You know what I mean? It's a little bit. We moving. We got a little bit different kind of swag than before. Before it was just all right. We in there, boom, we out. We still protesting.
Yeah, and I'm gonna tell you another thing, Morgan.
Going on right now.
I'm gonna quote a friend of mine. White folks is tired of white folks shit. Okay. That's another thing. You got other people of other nationalities. They tired of it too.
And then also, usually by the time we see what has happened, I think this was also a little different because we actually saw this man die.
Yes.
It's a difference when they're shooting them. It's quick. It's like, damn, did that just happen?
Did that just happen?
But this we had to watch it until it was
yes.
done.
And this entire you saw him get put in a police car.
Yeah.
And drug out of all they had to do was close both doors. He was already handcuffing inside the car.
And see that's where a lot of Black folks are saying now. It's like it's an election year, so you got people coming out of woodwork. Some people saying, what makes this any different from all the other killings? This killing is no different from that killing. But what I say to that is this: it's a defining moment that comes in your life, or a situation that occurs. Like, you know what? The numbness is starting to wear off. Those people who used to be silent and complicit, they're now waking up. They're now realizing that, hey, you know what? I can't be silent no more. So yes,
Yeah.
those people, I applaud you for finally taking a while, but everybody has had a defining moment in their life that this moment don't mean nothing, that moment don't mean nothing, because you're always like, you do the same shit over and over again. Get ass whooping, you go do it again. So when are you gonna stop getting ass whoopings? When you have a defining moment to a point where, you know what, this hurt my mama real bad. So guess what? This is gonna be my time to stop fucking up and let me do right. And I think that's what happening now is a lot of these allies that sit back and they see wrong, the moral within them is starting to emerge. You know, it's starting to merge up now because it's been so suppressed behind everybody seeing this wrong, but I don't want that smoke. So they've been suppressing
or
their
just
core
they
values.
don't relate to it. They don't have a personal connection
That
to
too.
a black person being killed by the by police officers or being harassed by police officers. So they don't really care. Their life is, gonna go on just the same.
I agree with that. But I think one thing that makes the George Floyd situation so unique is you seen how blatant it was this time.
It pulled heartstrings.
That's why I was saying it was one of those things where it was like across the board. Like, forget the fact that he may be a criminal. Forget the fact that he may be black. Like, I just saw a human die. Like, I just seen
live
he
TV.
on,
before
you know what I
are
mean?
anything
Else,
in this
you are
world, you are a
human
human being.
being.
Absolutely.
First, before you're a man, woman, before your husband, wife, son, daughter, you are a human being first.
And that's where the morals.
That's where the heartstrings
Yes,
were
and that's
pulled.
why the
starting to
support
emerge.
is such a variety of support now because people realize that.
And a lot of people, are jumping on the bandwagon, taking advantage of it. Just like, all this stimulus checks that's coming out and government
life.
giving
I'm
money
so tired,
because
y'all,
of
these
COVID.
damn-
But guess what? The scammers gonna try to slide through. Like, let me see how can I get some of this free money and get scammers. So just like this movement that's happening, people are taking advantage of the movement. So,
You mean big corporations?
big corporations.
Oh, yeah.
Trying to take
It's in their best interest.
try to do it. Like, you know
Black
what?
people spend billions of dollars,
Yes.
That we don't even have.
and they
Exactly.
don't
have it.
They don't. They
We don't
don't
even
really
care.
care about Black Lives Matters, but they care about Black dollars. Black dollars matter. That's what the new hashtag.
But you know what? I'm gonna give credit where credit is due. I do believe that there are some that genuinely do care, and then
I'm sorry to hear that.
like I said, that's funny. But but at the same time, I can't concede that there are some that are just doing it to protect their own interests. But like I said, a mercenary is still not ally, and I just. For years we've been asking other people to join in because we've said things like, until they, join in, then stuff won't get done because when they speak up, it rings on a different level. But now they speaking up, no matter what the motive is. So I'm just cautious about
The money is the mode,
turning away any help we can get.
Right.
So
Now, we got a special guest. She's been chiming in, loving the smile.
Grazie.
Cheesing. So we have the lovely Smilelicious, because I'm going to dub it. I'm going to give you a name.
Smilelicious.
Yeah,
I like that.
Bam, yeah,
I'll take it.
Just like that. So we have Ziggy Bailey. She's
I
in
am
the
Ziggy
building.
Bailey. Hi.
Entrepreneur, future doctor, all that good stuff. So quickly, just tell us a little bit about you.
About me. Well, I am a PhD student, and I am getting my doctorate in psychology because I love to observe human nature. It is the one thing that is so misunderstood all the time, and I think it's the one thing that we were given when we were born. That's all we were given. You don't know anything about life, but there are a few things that are natural to you. To eat, sleep, have sex, and that's pretty much it.
I looked in the right camera. I looked in the right camera when
I mean, that's a human.
It is.
Absolutely.
It is. I just wish some of our counterparts understood that a little bit better.
Well, I'm here to teach
because
them, baby.
I've been an advocate for them understanding. You know what I'm saying?
So
Don't go out of town with me for a couple of days if you don't think you want to do me, because I'm a straight man. I'm gonna want to do you.
Wait. But if you're taking a female out of town just to do her, then your motives are impure.
Now, I
Take
don't
the one you
disagree with
already
that. I don't disagree with that. But at the same time, there's like there's an implied understanding going on. You
No,
see what I'm
there's
saying?
not. She's not obligated to have sex with you because you take her out of town.
You're right. You're right. But I would encourage any woman outside of me. Do you understand what I'm saying?
All right,
I would tell any woman outside of me.
We're gonna bring this.
Okay.
We're gonna bring this back in. It's all. Hey, boom. Yeah. So.
That's funny.
So Ziggy, now you have this amazing book that's coming out that's called Reclaiming the Throne.
Yes.
What's all that about?
Reclaiming the throne, because I feel that African American women are not the queens of our culture currently. I feel like other race of women are desired more than we are by our men. And so, because we get this bad rap of being hard to deal with, or too strong, or we're not pretty because the natural hair. I love when you said you love the natural hair, because most men want you to wear a weave or makeup and all those things. And I believe we are a very resilient, beautiful race of women.
The first woman.
Hello. Yeah.
Absolutely.
But and so I was wondering why we got this bad rap. Why are we told that we're so hard to deal with, or we're aggressive or assertive? And we can be. But I started
Any woman can be.
Yes, but there's a difference between other race of women and African American women.
Absolutely.
And I wonder, why was I this way? I have been that way. I'm a very assertive woman. But I'm also a very soft, gentle woman, but it has to be brought out of me. But I didn't know how to, because I was afraid to be vulnerable.
Right.
But this made me do research about African American women's history in America.
Right.
And it comes to, we've had the worst history of any other race of woman in America. At one time in this, I think women's suffrage was in 1919, and the civil rights movement didn't happen until 1965.
That's it.
Throughout that entire time, for a woman to have rights, you had to be female and Caucasian, to be considered a woman. And then, as an African American or a black person, you didn't have rights either. So who do you think was at the bottom of the barrel? African American women.
You're dropping knowledge tonight.
Yes.
So that mentality. So I read books written by slaves. I talked to women who are, who lived through the civil rights movement. I did so much reading and watching documentaries and research, because I wanted to understand the mentality of the woman who raised the woman who raised the woman who raised me. That could help me understand my mentality.
Wow.
And only when I understand my mentality can I change it so we can proceed.
Damn, that's
And in this book, I am breaking that down so that we African American women can reclaim our soft, feminine persona.
Wow.
Amen.
I love it. And when is this book coming out?
It's already done.
It's already done. Just waiting
It's
on the publication.
I had to add a few stats about, why it's better to have a 2-parent household for children, but I just have to publish it. I don't know. I guess I was thinking about waiting until I got my PhD, but people want it right now.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I've actually done enough
Need it.
research to have an honorary PhD, but I'm going to release it soon. I think I will.
Yeah.
Hey.
Okay.
It's ready.
Well, when you release it, please come back and tell the people about it.
Absolutely.
We're going to have the official release right here.
Right here.
Right here.
I'm down with it.
That's just like that. And, not only are you writing a book,
Yes.
you also have an upcoming podcast yourself, and it's called Cocktail Intellect.
Nice.
What's that all about? 'Cause it just has a nice little ring to it.
Cocktails and Intellect. First of all, let me give a shout out to my co-host, Young Cause. He is like the backbone of the podcast.
Okay.
So I'm there for the intellect and the cocktails, but he does everything else. He's like the engineer. He does the lights, cameras, everything. I
He's
just
cash.
show up. He is. He is everything to the podcast, and I love him so much. So Cocktails and Intellect, we discuss, no subject is off limits. If anyone who knows me knows that I'm a psychologist, so I'm a therapist. I like to talk about anything.
And everything.
And I don't judge, and I'm gonna dive deep, and we're gonna discuss it. I've actually had conversations with ex-boyfriends about women that they've slept with on me. And I just listen.
I like how she just her swag.
Listen, she's
We got the
informed.
leg down.
I'm ready to teach now.
America, she is informed right now because It's she already, listen, she's a PhD. She got a PhD. It's coming. We're gonna speak into existence. It's gonna happen.
Oh, it's happening.
She's putting the work in.
That's
So
Dr. Ziggy right there.
Right.
It's almost remind me of Antoine Fisher. Sitting on the couch. You gonna have 3 sessions? Or you gonna have more sessions?
I don't know. It's going to be a very exclusive practice because I'm going to do a lot of speaking and writing books and, interviews. So to get a session with me is going to probably be expensive because I'm not going to have a lot of time. So it's going to be a really exclusive practice.
That's it. So you got your book.
Got the book.
You got the podcast.
Podcast.
What other projects you got your hands in, or you got planning on in the works?
Well, let me tell you this. This will be for a whole nother episode. But so maybe 10 or 12 years ago, I started getting this intuition. I meditate a lot. I'm really in tune with myself. I am the next Black female billionaire.
Yes.
And so with that,
Say it again for the people in the back.
I'm the next Black female billionaire.
Say it right there, Kim, right there.
Hello.
Like which one?
I'm the next Black female
Damn, just like that.
billionaire.
Wow.
So with that being said, I have multiple companies that I'm working on. I have multiple companies I already own. I own multiple vending machines throughout Orlando already. I have a candle company that I'm working on. It's like greeting card candles.
Oh, nice.
So they have sentiments, holidays, like happy birthday, I love you, I miss you, things like that. And my goal is to have those in Macy's and Hallmark throughout the United States by next year this time. Ooh. I plan to grow that to maybe a $50 million a year business and hopefully sell it for a few $100 million. And then I also am starting a tech company with my partner, Brain.
She got it made.
I know.
So what we would do is called Own Your Brand. And what we do is offer social media or Insta famous people or, famous people on social media or even bigger companies, a platform to where they can have their own like Netflix or their own platform and collect all their revenue. Nice. Instead of YouTube cutting you a check,
right?
You receive all your monies directly and we just get paid a monthly fee. It's a subscription-based tech company.
Wow.
So that's just a few things that I have going on.
Wow. You call yourself Ziggy.
Hello.
It's kind of ironic because it's very similar to this multi-platinum rapper named Chingy. Word is that he's your brother.
Same mother, same father.
Wow.
Grew up in the house together our whole life.
This
Chingy's sister. Yeah.
This Chingy's sister, right? Her.
Yeah, he's
Chingy's
the
sister,
older.
right?
Y'all haven't heard the country grammar yet?
He's the older brother.
Have I said here or there?
No.
Her everywhere?
No.
Nothing? Oh.
I heard it.
Back in my high school days, Chingy was the dude.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So how close are you two?
I do.
I mean, he's my.
What I do.
Older brother.
He's my older brother, but I mean, we have the same mother, same father. We grew up in the house together. I used to take him. He would make me take him to the studio. This is when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. He had graduated. He would make me take him to the studio. We would be at the studio all night. I'd be like, can we leave yet? Because I had a car. He didn't have a car. So I was like, can we leave yet? He'd be like, yeah, we're going to leave. We would leave the studio like 5:30 in the morning, just enough time for me to drop him off at home so he could go to sleep and then I could go to school.
So was there like a favorite song or title that you
By
enjoyed?
him?
Yeah,
A lot of my favorite songs were not
even
the hits.
The hits.
Yeah, I didn't like Right There when he came home with it and he like let us hear it. I was like, this is whack as fuck.
That's how you knew it was a hit.
but it was the one that changed our life. So after that came out, our entire life changed.
Wow. So
and I thank him for that.
So you being a beautiful black woman and having a platinum superstar brother, have you or Chingy ever been racially profiled by the police growing up, and especially with his stardom and how the police portrays rappers and whatnot? Have you guys ever had to face that?
I know I absolutely have. I'm sure he has, but he would have to tell you his stories himself. But I absolutely have. I remember I was in the car with my son's father. My son's father is white, which is one of the things that really helped me understand how we needed to conduct ourselves with our men. That's in the book. Watching how Caucasian women conducted themselves with their men. But I was in the car with my son's father. He was white. He got pulled over. I was asleep, actually, in the car. He got pulled over. The police couldn't, they didn't mess with him at all. They woke me up out of my sleep to get my license. And then I guess I had, a traffic ticket or something that was, past due. And they actually took me to jail for it. He was pissed. He was out of the car. He was yelling at the police officer, "This is you can't fucking do this." And meanwhile, I'm just like,
that sounds about right.
that sounds about right. They didn't do. He was like, "Sir,
Right,
sir,
Just back up,
get
sir.
in the car."
yeah.
He was hysterical. If he was black, he would have got shot for real. But they took me to jail because I was the black girl in the car, and so I felt like that was pretty fucked up.
Yeah, hey, call it like it
I
is.
could be wrong, but if it was just a basic traffic stop, you ain't even have to say anything ID.
No,
I was
yeah.
asleep. First of all,
Yeah,
don't wake me up.
That's the one thing
Like,
that a lot of
if it's a-
people
if it's
out
a-
there. Hold on. That's one
Yeah.
thing a lot of people out there that don't realize is that if you're a passenger, the traffic stop is for the driver, not you. I don't gotta tell you my name. I gotta tell you shit. Period.
Nope.
That's why you gotta self-educate yourself on these traffic laws to understand, because now you're playing into their game. Now they can go ahead and find other shit to get you on. So those out there, if you're driving in the car, y'all get pulled over, somebody come over there, talk to you. Hey, can I get your name? Nope. Or if you want to give my name Nunya. None of what? None of your business. Keep it moving.
It's
What
even
up?
deeper than that. You don't even have to have a license.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I ain't gotta have a license to be in the
I
car
don't
for
have
what?
ID.
Simple as that.
I mean, you as a human being, you have the right to drive yourself to work, to take care of your family and home. If you are en route to work or home, you don't even need a license. A license is just so they can keep track of you.
Tracking, absolutely.
Yeah.
I would look at your laws of your jurisdiction,
That's it right there. And so Ziggy, with with police brutality seemingly being a common theme that's consistently happening throughout decades and decades, towards Black people. Police reform is something that's much needed, that's been talked about. You have advocates who've been fighting for it for the past 20 years. Why do you think police reform hasn't happened yet, and what are some of the things that's needed in order for it to begin?
Well, for one, who gonna check them? Who gonna make them create this police reform thing, because they running it.
Yep.
Who is going to make them change it?
They're at the top.
So until they need us somehow, they're going to keep it just like it is. So I say we educate ourselves, we educate our children, and we create more lawyers, doctors, politicians, so we can begin to take over those positions where you do have power.
Yeah.
And then we can start making some
only way.
decisions, because we're not going to get a seat at the table just by protesting. Whenever they get ready to come shut that shit down, it's getting shut down. And we've seen that.
Wow.
Centuries.
Wow.
Well, decades.
Absolutely.
When they get ready to shut it down, it's getting shut down. So we got to try something else. And I think we should be strategic. Okay? So when you have
being strategic.
Black excellency, when you have people who are intelligent enough to hang in those conversations with the government officials who think that they're running circles around you, we have to start creating our own wealth. We have to start creating our own power, so that whenever it's time to come to the table, they got to come holler at us. Is there such thing as Jewish lives matter? Is there such thing as Caucasian lives matter? Is there such thing as Hispanic, Chinese lives matter? No, because they know they matter. We're the only ones who don't know that our lives matter.
Yep.
And they won't start mattering until we make it matter. So, until we stop giving them our money, that's why we absolutely should support Black business. That's why do you think they came in and tore down Black Wall Street? We was doing too much.
Yep.
Way too
Making
much.
We
too
were
much
thriving
money.
without them.
And it had absolutely nothing to do with the white woman screaming in the elevator. They were just trying to find a way to tear Black Wall Street down. They couldn't just come up in there and just do it, because it would have been too obvious. So they had to find an avenue and an angle to get in there. And what was their avenue and their angle? Oh, we're going to use this as the scapegoat. We finna, oh yeah, he done this nigger done went in here and done rape her and scream and shout, and I done burnt everything down.
Bro, go farther than
Oh,
that.
Trust me. Listen,
You know,
it's a lot of stuff that the history books don't even put in there.
Oh, it's
Most of them is right here in the state of Florida.
Yeah.
Ocoee Massacre, Osceola Massacre, Rosewood.
But it's in regards to thriving black communities and things they've done covertly to suppress black success.
Yeah.
If you want to know whether there was a thriving black community, follow the highway system.
That's it.
A good example of it is Overtown down in Miami was known as the Central Negro Business District.
Yep.
And they was doing good.
Real good.
And then they drove 95 right through it. There was a thriving community in the Atlanta area. They drove 85 right through it. You know, and there's so many other ways that they've done it. They've used eminent domain for the highway system to. I look at Eatonville, I-4 go right through it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's a trend all the way across the country.
Yeah, and the thing about it, right before we're gonna break, last thing, right in Sanford, Florida, Goldsboro. Some of y'all probably don't know the history of that. You know, luckily they didn't get burnt down like Rosewood and everything else trying to take over. Oh, they mandated something. The government said, you know what? We finna incorporate you whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't know that story.
Yeah, Mayor Late went to Tallahassee and scratched, called in a few favors and annexed the thriving black community of Goldsboro right into the city of Sanford.
Just like that. So now it's called
the
Sanford.
Sister City of Eatonville, the lost sister city.
Exactly. The same brothers that incorporated Eatonville incorporated Goldsboro.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna take this quick commercial break. We got more Ziggy Bailey, and we got the Karen Initiative that we're gonna be talking about. So I can't wait. So make sure you guys get your glass of wine, your cognac, whatever's gonna make you feel right, and keep it locked. The best is yet to come. Let's go.
When we talk about titles, let's understand. I hold some of the most honorable titles that I ever could have imagined. Mother, graduate, veteran, mediator, vice president, president, founder, business owner, and also candidate for State House District 43.
I began my career as a public defender in this community 20 years ago, fighting for those who could not afford to pay for an attorney. And I have been fighting for justice ever since. My name is Monique Worrell, and I am running for state attorney in Orange and Osceola County. Our criminal legal system is fundamentally flawed, working on behalf of the rich and powerful and against everyone else. As a country, we incarcerate people at the highest rate in the world. And as the state of Florida, we incarcerate our citizens at a rate higher than the national average, failing to keep us safer. Having served as an assistant public defender, a law professor, and an assistant state attorney, I know that the only way to change the system is to change the culture of prosecution. We cannot continue to do the same thing and expect a different result. It's time for a fresh perspective on justice. Join me in the fight for justice at MoniqueForStateAttorney.com.
biggest. Bryson. Your future's so bright. The fly shit. It's time to take them there, baby.
Maybach music.
Yo, big billionaire. Still got the Yale flying in from on the West Coast. Keep it gangster, never singing like it's Danny Boy. All she seen was Givenchy soon as I ran up on her. Beginning what you eat, I'ma change your lifestyle. Lamborghini at Checkers, a nigga iced out. Rolling deep, so I'm tailed by the gang unit. All the gangsters show me love and they bang to it. A future bride, I wanna handle your retirement. Life insurance policy with the Pyrex. Kingpin, so it's smoother than a 1-2. Got you the same whip, I got your mom too.
Welcome back. Man, listen. It's time to get out and vote. It's time to get out and vote, man, because we talk about the change that's happening and we sit up here and complain. We need to stop complaining and start bringing solutions to the table. And those solutions is getting out there and voting, putting the right people in positions to make difference. Locally. Because that's where it starts at. And we were just talking off, on the break that, up in Atlanta, Black Mayor, Keisha Bottoms.
Hello. Go Keisha.
Listen, soon to hit her, hey, you fired. You fired, player. Versus like all this other stuff like, we got to do an investigation. Yeah. We got to prolong it. You get these marches, you get these petitions, and all of a sudden it's like, well, John.
Keisha Bottoms faster than lightning, boy. Let me tell you.
That is what I mean by systematic. We're regaining power that way. Yes. Protesting was not going to get him fired. Yeah. Keisha got him fired.
Yeah, and that's the thing about it. It don't matter if you white or black. If you fuck up the church's money, you gone. Period. Because the people that did in Atlanta that drug the kids out, they were black. Guess what? Get out of here. And a lot of more cops are starting to walk away from the force because it's like, y'all ain't protecting the blue no more. No. You can't do what the fuck you want to do anymore. Yeah. It's being exposed. Yeah. And you got people that are in position now that are saying, hey, you know what? Hey, I used to turn a blind eye because I wanted to protect the blue. Guess what? I can't help it. Either you
protecting blue. That's police officers, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. They were created to
slavery.
Yeah.
To go after.
Mm-hmm. So who's protecting blue? And there's a lot of things you're gonna have to catch me up on because I don't even watch the news. News is dead to me. I only allow certain things into my mind. So there's a lot of things I don't know about. So. You're going to have to catch me up on a few things, but I'll definitely have an opinion. But, blue. Who's protecting the blue, the black or the whites?
The blue and the police union is protecting the blue and doing it damn well, let me tell you.
That's what it is.
Of course.
And here's the thing about it now. A lot of Karens are out there. I call it the Karen Initiative. And
elaborate, please, because I don't know.
And basically what it is,
I do,
is that you have a lot of white folks, mainly white women, who are expressing themselves, not minding their business, not caring. Okay, I see the white couple over there in the pool, but I see these black folks over here in the pool. What are y'all doing here? Not minding their business, basically.
They never do.
So now you have these Karens of the world that think they can do and say whatever you want to say.
How'd you get Karen?
That's what's been dubbed, and you are now a Karen. And just like Amy Cooper,
yes,
in New York City,
with the dogs in the park,
with the dog. Yeah. It's like,
they're so like that.
And it's like, I know what that'll work. You know what? I'm gonna call the police and say that you assaulted me. And we all know how that happens. Mm-hmm. And so,
she right every time.
Emmett
Till got killed because of
it. The same way. Rosewood got burnt down because of it.
Yes.
So
that's why y'all got to stop crossing the border. Now y'all got to stop crossing the border. And I don't really want to be vulgar on the show. I really apologize. If you gonna fuck with a white lady, let her suck your dick, come in that bitch mouth, and keep it moving. because she don't mean you no good. Okay? She not gonna be. She don't know your struggle like me or like an African American woman. She don't know what you.
Now
you got to calm down. Let me finish this one.
Finish what you did. I got something for you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
She don't understand your lifestyle. She don't understand the pressure and the everything that you face when you walk outside that door. She don't worry about you and wonder if you're gonna make it home.
No.
Now,
hold on. Now I gotta interject.
You finna defend Karen?
Oh no, hell no. You know.
we got video to show the audience.
Okay.
But I gotta put this out there because you put it out there, and we got a very attentive audience out there. But you know, I see you strong and firm in your position. Yeah. But you do got a white baby daddy. What's up with that?
Yeah.
Okay.
You know what? I can tell you the whole backstory. So he and I have been friends since we were 12 years old.
Okay.
I don't like white people, and I don't like white men, and he does not like black women. I can guarantee that. We were just comfortable with each other since we were kids. I used to go jump on his trampoline after school.
So you went from jumping on the trampoline to jump on the. Do your thing.
Jump on. Absolutely. And it didn't happen. It happened years after we graduated from high school.
Yeah. Okay.
We connected as friends because he was in town from college, and we just ended up dating. But I will say I would probably never date another white man. But it happened for a reason. It had to happen. That's how I wrote my book.
Okay. All right.
Because I didn't realize that as an African American woman, I was conducting myself wrong with my man.
Okay. With your black man.
We're not taught that with my black man.
Okay.
We're not taught that. I've never seen a successful relationship. His grandparents are still together. They hold hands. You know what I'm saying? They 80. They sleep in the same bed. My grandparents don't even sleep in the same bed. I don't want that in my life. When I'm older, I want to still love the man I'm with. It's completely different how we do it. And I was put in that culture so I can see that and learn that and bring it back to my culture.
Okay, that's real.
That's what I'm doing.
That's real. That's real.
They conduct themselves completely different.
Completely. They grow up ready to be a wife.
They grow up and
we grow up ready to be an independent black woman that don't need no man.
We grow up with a very defensive armor.
Yes.
We've been hurt for so many years. We've been battered and brute and just for so many years, and it's so built up. And we love you guys, but we hate you because when we needed to protect us, you weren't there, but you couldn't protect us because they took that away from you.
Yep.
And we talked about that, and the video that I want to play real quick is a Karen.
It's
Karen. You know, doing a black protest because it just speaks to the volume of when the Karens want to speak out, they don't apologize until they're affected financially. They wait 4 or 5 days here and there. Next thing you know, oh, I'm so sorry. That's never me. Whatever. Let's take a look at this.
Let's see, Karen.
Let's take a look at this clip.
I don't know.
They're happy with her. Like she's happy that she's doing her kids have a hate.
I will teach my grandkids to hate you all. Back on this.
In every religious belief that there is, it doesn't matter what religious belief you are. Hating is not a way to live.
KKK belief.
KKK belief. You see? KKK belief just now. Exactly out of hand. You're happy with it.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing with that. So you have a situation like that happen. Their true self is coming out.
Mm-hmm.
They don't care about what cameras are out there. Oh, ain't nothing finna happen to me. Ain't nothing finna happen to me. So once it got viral, word got out. A company done got notified. Oh, so this what you allow on your job now? You know what the corporation did? Karen, we through with you. We can't have nothing about you.
There's 1,000 Karens out there. They didn't need her.
But here's the thing about it. Now, usually they don't say nothing about 4 or 5 days. But once they get fired, guess what they do? Go and play the clip, sir.
This ain't Karen.
No, this is Karen now.
Karen
it was not. It had nothing to do with the people there for the Black Lives Matter because I was also chanting Black Lives Matter.
It's white.
Which they do. And I was yelling, I was saying that to the girls that were screaming in my face.
What's she saying?
Because I didn't, you know, and it came out wrong is what it did. It came out so wrong.
So if you say that you're representing Black Lives Matter, why did you have the Confederate flag?
She's not sorry.
It was given to me. It was given to me on the property, and I just got so angry. It just happened.
So
And
basically,
obviously, I don't understand.
What's happening at this point is a lot of the Karens like her, like the Amy Coopers, and everyone else that has decided to open their mouth, run their trap, show their true colors, thinking that there's no repercussion behind it. And so once their pockets are starting to hurt, that's not me. I'm so sorry. I'll do whatever it takes to win you back, to let you know that I'm not. So from the moment it happened, why did it take 4 or 5 days for you to apologize? Why?
I mean, first of all, we have to understand humans. Sometimes it does take a while to be remorseful, to understand what you actually did. Mm-hmm. Have you ever done something and then you didn't really realize what it was that you've done until like a few days, weeks, sometimes years later? Now, I'm not trying to give an excuse because racism is a completely different issue, but I don't really want to hear what Karen has to say. Who cares? We don't even care if she was waving her flag. That's fine. Wave your flag. It's not really going to affect us that much anyway.
Absolutely.
We're still great.
And so we talk about
she look like trailer park trash.
And most of them wait that long because it's like, I'm probably going to get away with this. Not necessarily I feel bad for it, but nobody said nothing yet. Has anybody said something yet? Ain't nobody said nothing yet.
That's exactly what be happening.
You know what I mean? So it's just the thrill of I probably can get away with it.
And that's usually what happening. But now a lot of people are stepping up to the plate. The allies saying, hey, listen, you can't hide behind my corporation no more because even though I don't stand for it, I just let you just whatever and just like, hey, you can't be doing that in public because cameras are watching. But now it's just one of them things where enough is enough. The eyes are being open and the numbness is starting to wear down and the morals are starting to...
I understand there's Caucasians, Asians, Hispanics, all type of people protesting. I was in a relationship with a Caucasian man for 6 years. And this is the least racist Caucasian you'll ever meet. But he is the most racist Caucasian you'll ever meet. It's embedded. They don't even know it. Mm-hmm. It's deep down. So in their conscious mind every day, they're not going to conduct themselves in a racial, like as racist. But if you upset them, those things will seep out. And I observed that and I see that. Mm. So they have like the worst jokes about black people ever. Like one I remember that he and his white friends had was, what's the difference between a large pizza and a black man?
The pepperoni? Yeah.
No. A large pizza can feed a family of 4.
Yeah,
that's fucked up, right?
Yeah, that's messed up.
And there were
it's good, more. But it's messed up. You know, it's good.
There's so many more. I just don't remember them all. And these are people who claim that they're not racist. They're all not, and I don't want to say racist because they're humans. They've been trained just like we've been conditioned. Yeah, they've been conditioned.
That's understandable.
It's deep down inside, and it's just what it is. That's why I feel like culture is supposed to stick together, and that is the reason reclaiming the throne is a thing. Because
would it be more correct to say that there's a large nucleus of Caucasian people that are culturally insensitive?
If you want to say that, that's fine. Wow. I dealt with the least racist. If you met him, you would be like, oh my God, he's cool as fuck. Like, he loves black people. His son is half black. He loves his son. But deep down inside, they do have a certain perspective about
class that have black sons too.
African American people. Mm-hmm. Period.
Right. And so now, and we talk about that because there's this one next little clip. We got one more clip because what's happening now is on this clip, you just when we're gonna watch it, it's gonna pretty much just display the fact that people are protesting.
Mm-hmm. Okay, still. Okay?
They're protesting still because of what certain a mayor did out in St. Louis. Mm-hmm. Okay,
that's where I'm from.
And so the mayor out there, okay, started yelling off some names and addresses of those who were saying defund the police.
Yeah.
So the mayor got up there and was like, oh, here's another one, such and such, living at such and so. So what she was doing was saying, hey, this is where they live at. I'm sanctioning y'all.
Calling the Klan to go get them.
That's what she's doing. So what these protesters did, they
really
started
racist
marching to her house or to the neighborhood that she lived in. And on the way there, they were met by these folks right here.
Ooh.
So Ken and Carrie is egging them on. Come on, I dare you. I dare you to step on my property. I dare you to step in my grass.
Waiting to kill a nigga.
Waiting to kill.
I mean, I don't really. They're not wrong, and I'm saying this. Listen, I observe human behavior, so I don't. Anybody is allowed to protect their home. White, black.
They're on the sidewalk, but now. Yes,
why are they there?
But see, here's the thing: they're not there for them. They was there for the mayor, and they just so happened to walk past, and they came out of their house like, "Yeah, I want y'all to come over here." They weren't coming for that. But
what were they coming for?
But you're right, not for them. But they just so happened to come
out.
out.
They were at their house. They were coming for them.
No, they weren't coming for them. They were walking past the house. They came out of their house, pointing guns, and of course that's going to look at them like, "Hold on, why they got their guns out?"
Why were they walking past their house?
Because the mayor
lives
in
the
same neighborhood as they.
Oh, that wasn't the mayor's home.
Those were neighbors.
Those neighbors.
Well, you already know white people like they know.
And that's the thing about it. Yes, you say human nature does it, and yes, they had the right to do it. But guess what? Had that been a black couple, they probably dead.
I don't feel like they should have been protesting in those people's neighborhood anyway, and not because I'm not for African American people. I'm 100% for African American people. It's just it doesn't make sense to me.
But that's the double standard that we're talking about. Not getting the same treatment. Yes, they have the right to do that. Yes, they still send up there. But now, guess what? There's an investigation now because you can't point your gun at somebody.
Well, good.
There's a law behind that.
Not only that, you think about, like you said, if that was a black couple out there with those type of weapons, especially the one that the husband had,
oh, yeah.
Police would have shown up and it would have been drop your weapon, not, sir, I know you're protecting your home. We don't get that same interaction when we do those things. And,
I think we're making a big deal out of this video clip. That was dumb. The black people just walk on the street. The white people go in the house. It's really, I don't know.
It's a mind your business moment that unfortunately a lot of Karens and a lot of Kens don't do. No. They want to be the vigilante.
And the street don't belong to nobody.
Hey, you don't look like you belong in this neighborhood. Let me see some ID. Who the fuck are you? Bitch, I live here. I've been living. You know everybody? Yeah. You know everybody in this neighborhood?
I've been treated
Why
like
you don't know
too.
me then? So getting in the pool. You guys are not supposed to be in here. What room number are you staying in? What does that got to do with the price of rice in China? So it's these moments where the Kens and the Karens are not minding their business. I see a lot of people all the time walking. I'm like, look at that person.
So what do we do about that? The Kens and the Karens.
You can't really do much about it other than like allow things that's happening, let them continue to talk because they're digging themselves their own grave because it's starting to happen. Mind your business.
Control what you can control.
Control it and do your thing. And expose it, make it go viral.
You cannot control another human being. Only person you can control is yourself. So don't allow another human being's actions to get you out of character because there's nothing you can do about their actions. So you can be angry. That's a human. That's an emotion. But to express it, is that's a choice.
Right.
So control what you can control, and it's not someone else.
Wow.
It's only yourself.
And that's basically the bottom line. I mean, mind your business. Stop worrying about if somebody's supposed to belong in the neighborhood or if they supposed to be in the pool when you just saw the same person, a different person of color in the pool, white person, and you don't say shit to them, but then you see Keisha and them and her kids in the pool, all of a sudden they don't belong. mind your business. Mind your business. And that's how I'm going to say it. Because this is going to be a movement. This is a movement that is happening. People are waking up.
Just ignore them.
Like,
wow, I wouldn't even care if somebody
But
came up to me and was like, "What are you doing? You're not supposed to be here." I would act like they didn't exist. They'll be wondering like, maybe she didn't hear me.
And that's what happens. You do try to ignore most of these videos. They do be ignoring them. But they keep like a little.
And that's why the guy in the park, I saw that video. The guy in the park, he called the police on her. He filmed her while she called the police. Just do that.
And that's what's been happening. It's like they don't even care in the world. So, man, listen, we be having great fun on this show, and that's how it is. And just real quick, Ziggy, tell people how they can find you and follow you.
You can find me on Instagram at Ziggy Bailey, or you can go to my website. It's zbailey.net. And everything Ziggy Bailey is there. Ziggy Bailey on Instagram and zbailey.net. Come and check your girl out. I'm dropping a lot of nuggets.
There it is. And speaking of nuggets, Ken, you got something coming up on the 18th.
Yeah, I got an invitation from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real quick.
So, as you know, I'm just kind of stepping it up a notch. We talked about it months ago. I got that GoFundMe campaign still out there. If you're going to GoFundMe and type in Comedian Loose Cannon, you'll see my picture of me like this. And you can contribute to my stand-up comedy fundraiser for my stand-up comedy special that I hope to shoot this year. And so what we got going on is at Angels in Sanford on July 18th at 7 o'clock. You can come in, pay $25. You can see a show and have dinner, all for $25. And, also contribute to the fundraiser. So
okay, and that's when again?
July 18th at 7 o'clock. And July 18th is also my birthday. So come on out, hang with the kids.
What a way.
Come on out, hang, Ziggy.
You gonna be? I'm there.
Okay.
But I didn't get an invite.
I gave you your invitation. I just met you, and I'm giving you your invitation right here,
just
right
like
now.
Crashing the party. How old you gonna be? 25.
I'm gonna be grown and sexy, baby.
Hello.
There it is, right there. And so Morgan, you and I are going to be on one of our favorite.
We are
talk shows.
Yes. Where it all started.
Sipping.
With all this together.
And conversations.
I'm excited.
With Buddha and Baby.
I'm excited.
And we will be there tomorrow to close out their season finale. Yeah. And you guys make sure you tune in.
I'm gonna be able to cuss.
You like to curse too?
And
I be cussing.
I be cussing my butt off.
She be up. So make sure y'all tune in tomorrow night.
I was like, is the doctor?
It's going to be on our show page. I believe it's 7:30. Talking to my manager in the back. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. But you guys gonna find it. We're gonna promote it on the page.
Yes.
It's Sipping the Conversation. It's spelled just like I just said. It's sipping. You don't hear no G.
Sipping. No
sipping. And Conversations with Buddha and Baby. So tune in because it's going to be a great episode. I can't wait. I'm super excited to be back in the building, and we're going to have a great time. So to next week, man, we're going to have a great lineup for you guys next week. We're going to have state representative for the Florida House, District 43. We're going to have Tamika Lyles in the building, and we're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about her agenda and what she's running for, and why your vote matters to get her in the place to be. So make sure you guys tune in next week. I'm super excited.
Yeah.
So until next week, you guys keep it locked. The best is yet to come. Let's go.
Oh, Lord.